You realized I'm clever.
Oh my God. Just clap for me so I have it on camera. That echoed. Oh my God.
I asked you if this room was... Here, I'll do it by the mic.
No, it was good. It was just like you were slapping a booty. That one made no noise at all. So
It is my goal to always place myself in a location that will provide new obstacles.
I was going to say, people are going to start thinking this show has an incredible budget because this is episode 2 and you are now in a new location again.
I will always be in a new location.
Do not make that promise because I'm going to... Well, no, you are everywhere, like a lot. So, or they'll just think it's a green screen.
It's a pretty good green screen.
It is a pretty good green screen.
Thank you.
But, sorry, I was listening for a plane. We're recording during the day and there's a lot more noise than I'm used to. So yeah, that's what that weird face was. I didn't just zone out. Or I might have. That happens a lot too. But welcome to the podcast, y'all. Ooh. Episode 2 of Prove Me Wrong. The podcast that's two friends having a conversation with segues that are like a pinball game.
Because, I like that.
Right? I came up with it and I enjoy it. I'm CONCHO. This is Devon. I guess I could allow you to introduce yourself, but that moment's passed. Well-oiled machine.
Yeah, I am Devon, or that damn lumberjack.
Yeah, which I am so mad. I am so mad because Mia...
How mad are you?
I'm so... Oh, wait, that doesn't work because on the stream, I'll say hard and chat will respond with how hard? And then I go, so hard? But I don't have a, like...
That just took a turn. Why are you mad? Tell me why you're mad.
I am mad because I never... So, for the people who are new, Devon, what is your social media handle?
That _ damn, but it's DAM _ lumberjack.
And we don't need to say your full name because internet safety.
Yeah, sure. But my initials are DAM.
Yeah. No clue. Mia made that like call the other day. I don't know why I looked over. I'm so used to her working. She's not there. I just looked at a ghost. It was one of those like mind-opening moments, and then it just was a wave of frustration because of course you would do that.
Yeah, why? I think we need to unpack the fact that you didn't think I would have some clever name.
I just thought you were like, it's damn, but it's not fully damn. I don't know. I thought you were just being a troll.
I mean, I am that. But
yeah,
it's like, it was a fun way to swear, but not swear.
Ooh,
that damn lumberjack.
Do you curse a lot? Like in your everyday life?
Personal.
That's personal?
No, not really. Yes and no.
Okay.
It kind of, I guess it depends like where I am. Like I'm very great with a filter. Like I'm not going to be around like my nieces swearing left and right. Also just like in public, I know it's not something that everyone wants to hear. So like I'm very courteous depending on my environment. And then like if I'm with people where it comes up, sure.
Okay, but we have discovered you are influencing the younger generation because you posted on your socials your niece, right? And she was doing the same like or whatever that you do in all your photos.
She throws up a peace sign, does the tongue out.
So how does that Devon, tell me how that feels to be an influence on the younger generation?
Well, so I mean, yeah, I've got my two nieces who I am just teaching I'm the fun uncle role, the gunkle.
Yeah, I'm glad we were on the same page. Yeah.
I have a lot of responsibility. Like their parents are the ones making sure they stay out of trouble and putting them on the right path. And I'm there to make sure they have a little chaos every now and then.
Did you just do a shoulder like shimmy?
I always would do a shoulder shimmy. As we mentioned in episode 1, it's just a lot of shoulder work.
Oh, that's true. Why? Now, but because I do the same thing, and I don't know why that's become just a normal, like, well, this is an awkward situation.
We've like mirrored each other's mannerisms and things. Like you and I both have, I don't know who originated it, but if you and I burp or yawn and how you like put your hand over your mouth and we have our pinky goes up like it's mail going in the mailbox, and that's a you and I thing.
I have never considered it to be mail going into the mailbox, but that is incredible.
That's what my brain says every time. And that's literally, you did it before we, like when we first popped on here. And I was like, the mail's here. And I think you just think I say random stuff all the time.
I do it because it's
always
fancy.
Has a purpose.
It's thumb up, or not thumb, pinky. That's the pinky up, which I think also, I got. No, go ahead, Devon. No.
I need you to explain something to me. I don't understand the mail. Like the little red flag on a mailbox, does it go up because there's mail, or does it go up because I need the postman to take something?
I think it's when you have
Clues
mail.
Should have taught me this.
I think it's when you have mail because it's to show you like, oh, there's a surprise here.
So my mailbox is like hand raised, like please call on me. I have something to contribute.
Like that overeager person at a Q&A that's just fully like, I got a question. And then it turns out to just be like, if I want to be in your shoes in 5 years, what steps can I take? Can you invite me on stage with you? No.
Yeah.
Also, we're I don't know how many minutes in. We started so well because I was like, we had an actual intro. I didn't explain what this podcast fully is and why it's called Prove Me Wrong. So here we are.
Explain it.
I can explain it, but now that you told me to do it, I don't know if I want to.
Do it. You won't.
Well, why don't you do it? You're a co-host on this.
Yeah, I don't have the fancy mic though.
Oh, that's true.
I'm just gonna land this plane.
That's me.
Oh,
what?
Okay, you can't. No, you're on the plane.
I'm on the plane?
You're on the plane.
Oh, that's bad. I don't do well on planes. Not anymore.
Well, we're here.
Okay.
You're the one that's got to keep the people calm. I'm the one who's like, yeah, you.
Oh, that's bad. Actually, I'm pretty chill all the time.
But now that you're off track, why don't you explain?
Don't you cue me up like that. How dare you be a did you golf swing or did you?
That was and now over to CONCHO.
The podcast is called Prove Me Wrong because we end up talking about a lot of weird stuff and have very strong opinions. So at any point throughout our conversation, if one of us says something that we disagree or agree with, I don't know, the other person can pull the Prove Me Wrong card, and then it turns into a fun little segment of friend arguing.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a prove me wrong, and we can't prove each other wrong because we both strongly agree, and it's just a tangent of
our love
agreement,
or
a tangent of the shared disagreement. If that makes sense.
Kind of. I think I was gonna say I think we agree. Like, we're usually on the same page of whether we agree with something or fully disagree with something, but that's not always true. Oh my God.
What are you looking at?
My nails. I did them yesterday, and I just I always forget that I've given up on trying to paint them pretty. So I just and then let nature take its course.
I learned if you dip them in cold water, they'll dry faster, and then you can put on another coat so that it goes on a little even. So my bathroom sink sometimes backs up and clogs a little bit. It takes a little bit of time for it to drain.
What are you putting in your sink?
I put Drano in there sometimes.
No, not to fix it. What are you putting in your sink that's causing it to drain?
So
or
I don't
clog?
know. Oh, you know how sometimes you like trim your beard and then the beard hairs go in there?
Okay.
Sometimes
Fair.
I pour down like the little remaining bit of Dr. Pepper I didn't finish, which I would think would help eat away at the little beard hairs.
Why are you putting that in your bathroom sink?
Because I had the Dr. Pepper before my shower. Or in my shower.
Wait. Is this during the day or the morning? Like, are you waking up at like in the morning? Okay, so you're waking up at 6 in the morning, whatever time you have to wake up, like Patrick, and just chugging
right
a Dr. Pepper and like 5? That's too early.
Not for a Dr. Pepper, it's not. I usually get my yogurt and my Dr. Pepper.
You do not have a yogurt and Dr. Pepper together for your breakfast.
I sure do. It's been peach or it's been strawberry, and I need to buy more. Thank you for reminding me. Dr. Pepper has prunes in it. They can go with yogurt.
I don't know why this has caused the anger to just start in my butt and move up to my head. Like, that's the only way I can describe the anger I'm having right now.
That's cute.
Is it?
I mean, yeah. Express it.
I do have a nice butt, so.
Okay.
Okay, but. See? Wordplay. Prove me wrong. Coca-Cola, if you're going to have a soda, Coca-Cola is the best soda to have in the morning.
I do love a Coke, but as I just mentioned, I'm having a Dr. Pepper because why not start your morning with 23 flavors, 24 when I include the yogurt, instead of the one that is Coke?
So your whole argument pretty much boils down to you enjoy Dr. Pepper in the morning because it has prunes in it, and by some weird transitive property that makes it better for breakfast because it has a fruit in it.
No. So I was born on the 24th of the month of January. Therefore, 24 is a number that I have an appreciation for. So the 23 flavors plus my added yogurt flavor of either peach or strawberry makes 24, and that is starting my day off on a number that is one of my lucky numbers. I have another lucky number that you just rarely find. It's 7.6. I love it so much. It splits the difference between what's like supposed to be good and evil with like a little decimal point. 7.6.
Repeating the number doesn't make it like more understandable.
We're going to ask that to everyone else.
Fine.
Okay, for your argument, why is Coke better?
Coke is better because it goes with everything. You can have it with anything. You could have it with donuts. That is a camping staple. If you were going camping, you have to have a day where there's a breakfast of Coke and donuts. That is a family tradition.
Unless it's donuts, I don't want it.
What are donuts?
The little baby donuts. Little itty-bitties. There's like a little chocolate one that's like yellow cake. There's a little powdered white one that I'll skip.
Oh, like the sleeve.
And then there's a little crumbly one that's really good. Yeah, like the sleeve.
Yeah.
I only like them in baby form. If they get to like the box where they're like a bigger version of it, it's not the same. It's gross.
Well, yeah, because those donuts are not meant to be had at full size. But yeah, the sleeves are good.
They last for like years and years. I guarantee you when you buy those, they're like 4 years old. Like if you get them at a gas station, which is where I love to get them.
I'm in the seat of like, if I was running those companies, of whether I would be upset or thankful for you for plugging this random like product, because you're kind of dunking on it, but then you're not. Because you're saying how much you love them, but then you're also like, you could have them 10 years later and they'll still be fine. We ship them out like expired.
My favorite candy shares this. My favorite candy comes out around Easter time, and you see them. There's just a box of them that'll all of a sudden be at the Walgreens and just laying out, and you know that it goes back to the back shelf or back to the warehouse for the rest of the year, and it comes back out. And I'm trying so hard not to say products, just like I'm trying so hard not to show what's on this cup.
You should show everyone how you drank it before we started streaming or before we started recording, because that's totally more normal. You
Also, for
can't.
those, what you can't what?
What you can't
Tell
just
me
be
what I
like,
can't
I'm
do.
not gonna name it when you have like that. What is the candy?
Oh, Cadbury cream eggs. They're my favorite.
Out of all candy, those are your
Out of
favorite.
all candy, they're my favorite, and I have this like traumatizing memory with them that I laugh about. Where I used to, so if you've never eaten one,
I
you bite
have.
into this chocolate egg, and then there's the little white cream, and there's like an orangish color to look like a yolk that's inside the cream. I guess you've never looked inside because your face looks puzzled. So it's designed to look like a full-on egg yolk in there. And I used to think it was blood, and I used to think my mouth was bleeding, and so I'd keep eating it, being like, "Why am I bleeding?"
How do
Turns
you
out I wasn't
segue?
bleeding.
I this
You
is.
didn't think you were going to start your Friday with so much stress.
I didn't. I was there's a lot of conversations in my head because I'm a Virgo and I try to figure out everything that's going to be talked about. Cadbury cream eggs giving you a traumatic experience was not one of them. Also, you are on a roll with plugging products today.
I told you I wasn't going to. You made me do it.
Expired donuts, Cadbury cream eggs that give me bloody mouth.
But this gives me an idea, though. I do have one more plug I want to do. For those who do not have the visual version of this podcast, I've got on my Scooby-Doo shirt.
Okay.
And I have...
Are we getting a butt shot?
Maybe.
How?
I got on these shorts.
Are you standing on your chair? Oh, they're shorts. Okay.
Yeah. I got on these maroonish colored shorts that kind of are like the short version of Shaggy's pants. And then my underwear today is the same color as that like blue on the Mystery Machine. And you,
okay.
So if I right now am Shaggy,
okay,
because like my hair gets a little shaggy and I got the little scarf right here. You right now are in a brown sweater and you got little ears.
Oh my God.
We're Scooby and Shaggy.
We are. Now I'm just trying to think of how many times a Mexican person has shown up in that show, and I can't think of a character. I'm sure there is.
Yes. I would watch the there's a 2-season series called Mystery Incorporated. I would watch that one.
Okay. Did you see they recently announced like a Velma like on HBO Max?
Yes.
Pabogo? I don't know what it is anymore. But they announced like with Mindy Kaling as the voice, or I don't know if she's just a producer on it, but of course the internet lost their mind because in the show I think she's supposed to be South Asian, and of course that's woke culture to make a character
in Scoob.
Ooh, are we getting official like looking up information on the podcast?
Oh, I was just gonna say in Scoob, Velma was voiced by
She's been voiced
Gina Rodriguez.
Yeah, she's been voiced by multiple actors who are people of color.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There was some other Scooby-Doo thing that came out that was like another live action that I think it's on YouTube right now. It's like a 50-minute pilot, and it's supposed to be like Riverdale.
Oh, yeah.
Mystery Inc. And they called it Mystery Incorporated, which is the name of that cartoon series that I love, the 2-season one. Quick plug for that if you're a Scooby-Doo fan. That one, instead of every episode being just its own thing, there are story arcs that go across seasons, and it also looks at the relationship between Fred and Daphne and their breakup, and it's got the Hex Girls in there, and it's got the relationship between Shaggy and Velma that happened a little bit. It's also got this girl named Hot Dog Water. It's wild. It's wild.
I still think to this day, Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island is the greatest Scooby-Doo movie ever released.
Plot twists.
It has so many.
The journey.
it
That
had
was a
some.
journey.
This episode of Prove Me Wrong is just going to turn into like heads up, kind of spoiler warning, because I'm going to talk about this movie because I love this movie and I have a sad story connected to it, but it's a good story.
Oh, okay.
My parents bought that movie for me because at that point in my life I was doing karate and I was in a tournament and somehow I got screwed out of a medal. I don't remember if it was third place, second place, one of those. And me being the child, that destroyed me because being raised and playing sports, you're like, you want to win. And they made an announcement that I won. And then apparently it was a mistake. And then we had to fight again. I had to spar someone again. And I ended up losing it because karma, I don't know. And
gosh.
I remember crying and I really wanted that movie. So my parents bought that movie to like help me feel better. And I love that movie. Does that explanation to why I love it? No, it has nothing to do with it, but it's a lead up
cheered
into.
You up.
Yeah.
It cheered you up. I think that's good. Yeah, that's a good one. I do love Scooby-Doo Cyberchase.
I don't know if I saw that.
Oh, I own it. Let's watch it.
I've seen so many Scooby-Doo movies, but eventually they just bleed together because I know I'm thinking of Zombie Island. I'm thinking of the old movie where Shaggy becomes a werewolf and he has a race for Dracula or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a whole memory of a bunch of Scooby-Doo movies.
Cyberchase, for those who haven't seen it and want a very quick synopsis, basically Mystery Inc., a video game is made about them, and they're asked to come in and test the video game and play it so that people can play as them and like solve mysteries. And the monster that is in this one sucks them into the game. So now they are playing in the game and they meet their virtual selves and they have to team up with their virtual selves. And there's like all these monsters and things inside the game that they're trying to get past. But it's like Fred teams up with Fred and Velma with Velma and Daphne with Daphne, and it's so cool. So I love that one. Vampire Rock also introduces you to the Hex Girls.
I think I've seen that. Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
They're so good. They're so good.
What's your take on the whole Fred being gay?
Listen,
because I don't know which one it's from, and it could just, I don't think it's just a fake Reddit thing, but there's something where they specifically talk about apparently a term that's used for a very specific act in the gay community, and Fred's just totally like, they're going to show me how to do this, and like, wow, I really love doing that.
I know what you're talking about. I mean, I feel like maybe Fred's bisexual or pansexual. I will say, if you want to ruin your childhood,
oh boy,
I did see a photo of, it was like a cartoon, obviously because they're cartoons, but it was Fred and Shaggy in jock straps together, and I was like, that's interesting. We may have already had this conversation in the live action Scooby-Doos that had like Sarah Michelle Gellar, Freddie Prinze Jr., Daphne and Velma were supposed to be a thing in that film, but it got cut. But you can still see remnants of it in the film.
I feel like the live action is weird. Maybe my memory is skewed, but I remember I thought they made Freddie Prinze Jr. whiter to play Fred. I feel like
they bleached his hair.
They bleached his hair, and I swear if you look at the photos of him side by side, they made him whiter for the movie. I need to look this up because I feel like
maybe he also just didn't go outside, like it was part of his process.
Okay, you're an actor. What is your take on the whole method acting thing?
Oh.
As I look up Freddie Prinze Jr., if they made him whiter for the movie.
It's not my style. Just for safety reasons, I appreciate someone not going full method. Because it can be kind of scary. I've worked with people who go full method and you'll like end a scene, but they're still in it until they have to like leave the room. And I'm like, this this can end badly in several situations because, I mean, the biggest one I think of is if you are having to hit a certain emotion, whether that's anger or whether that's like deep sadness. If you can't get out of that, if you can't separate that character from yourself, like, hey, we're done with this scene now. I need to be able to like shut that off and be okay. Like, yeah, if you stay in that anger rage because you have now fully taken on all of this anger of that character, you might hit someone, you might break something. Like, you're no longer in control of what's going on. And all of this should have been rehearsed. Nothing should be trying something new every time now that I'm like really feeling this emotion. No, you should be able to gauge what has been rehearsed and discussed and what's appropriate, because you don't want to cross any boundaries. I mean, yeah, that is him.
They should have let this man outside, because he's definitely skin toned down a bit for.
I really think it's the blonde that does it, and he's in a white shirt.
Maybe. I don't know.
You had mentioned all of my product placement, and I'm curious if I frequently come up with like random things that I would like to create or to have someone else. I don't know how do you go about making a new product? Like, I have all of these ideas and I just want someone else. They don't even have to give me credit. I just want a free product of it.
So you want to be the ideas person and then get said product. Like,
I want the product.
Yeah.
I want the thing that I came up with, and then you can take the credit for it. You can get the money or whatever, because I don't know how to do that whole business side, production side. Do you have, I mean, for me, this seems like a great idea if I throw out some of my ideas, because then someone listening can like take it and run with it. And then that damn lumberjack, if you want to throw me the product, just one. So my question to you is, what ideas do you have
for like products?
Yeah.
I don't really have product ideas. Like, you would think for someone who does streaming for 2 years now, like, I should probably be thinking like, I should have more merch. I should have products. I should have, I am the product. So, yeah. No, I've never been that way where I can just like, what if in the bathroom, instead of water, you had orange juice so you could have your breakfast? Like, I've never had, that's not a good idea. Don't give your little back away. I know that look.
Can it be the orange juice that's like pineapple banana orange juice?
That's
mango peach?
No, it just needs to be orange juice.
Strawberry guava?
No, normal orange juice is the best with pulp.
Oh yeah, I'm a pulp fan. Hi,
pulp. Are you? Oh my God, because no one else that I've run into is a pulp person. I love pulp. That's a weird word.
It is a weird word. I was listening to you say it twice, and both times I was like, huh.
Father, Son, and pulp. Is that?
And the pulpit. There's a pulpit. Don't ask me what it is, but it's up there at the top of at the front of the church on the stage.
Oh, it's just
you stand behind it. It's a podium.
Yeah.
It's a podium. It's a pulpit.
Well, there's a difference apparently
between a pulpit and a podium.
Yes, if I'm thinking of the thing, one you have to step up to, and one is you just walk up to.
Oh, so a pulpit gets step. I'm so mad at myself how many times I've said that word. What if there's pulp in the pulpit?
Well,
can you imagine you just go to step up and it's all gloppy?
I don't know how to segue from that. What? You're going to have to segue from that, because I have no.
Okay, my first product idea.
Bringing it back. Good.
Prove me wrong.
Okay.
That there should be a brown highlighter. Or that there should not be. I want there to be a brown highlighter because A, it's my favorite color. B, like sepia tone is a thing. And like it's not too bright and in your face. Like when you're highlighting pages on a book, like sometimes that yellow is just so bright and it might hurt your eyes. But like a nice brown, it'll still pop a little bit. It's not too blaring. It's calming.
Are you sure there's not a brown highlighter?
I'm positive. As I Google it.
I also feel like that defeats the purpose, though.
What do you mean?
It's just going to make everything too dark.
Not true.
But there's brown marker. Yeah, like I was going to say, the wave of emotion.
Well, because I saw these pens, but they're makeup. They're like highlighter for like your face.
Uh-huh.
I want highlighter for my pages.
Well, everybody listening or watching, send Devon brown highlighters. But you don't have a P.O. box, so people can't send you stuff.
Yeah, I don't understand the mail.
Yeah.
I've had a package I've been trying to send you for 3 weeks.
I was going to ask you, have you put a stamp on it yet? Because you just got to put a stamp on it, bud.
Put a stamp on it? I haven't even... you know what I need? You know how... Okay,
what do you need?
right,
tell me. I want to hear what you need.
I will tell you what I need. I go to the bank sometimes to make a deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe a withdrawal. And
you're wild, Devon.
You pull up to that ATM.
I like the tube thing.
Tubey.
Yeah, I love that.
That's where we're going.
Okay.
I need that. I need to go to a post office. They got a little tubey. I punch in your P.O. box or your address because I have it, and we just
But then where does it go?
To you.
To
your place of pickup.
So in your brain, you envision a tube from Arizona to where I live in California.
Yes, like it goes into the cloud and comes back down. You know what I mean? Phones can do it. But like the mail cloud. Mailbox in the sky. Postal in the air. What would you call an air postal service? I mean, they have like, do they have like they have FedEx planes, UPS planes, UPS would make so much more sense in the sky. Why is UPS on the ground?
They're.
What does it stand for? Oh, United Postal Service. Oh, product.
I don't even know if I want to talk because this bit alone is just wild. So, Do we need to teach you how mail works, Devon?
The Mexican pizza's back. And Taco Bell. I got to have it yesterday. And I'm probably going to go get it after this. It tastes like a crispy enchilada.
Himbos, bimbos, and thembos, if you wanted a perfect example of how to jettison out of something that you can't get out of, that was prime example. I love the Mexican pizza. I haven't gotten it again, but it's only for a limited time, right?
Oh, don't tell me that.
My favorite button.
I saw someone on the TikTok, product placement, who... he went to go get the Mexican pizza at 11 p.m. and they were out, and that was his loss, which is why I went at 7 p.m.
Yeah, don't. I mean, Taco Bell, I guess, is one of the places that go late. Don't you dare. Oh, I was going to prove me wrong, but I think we already talked about this last episode, Baja Blast. I think we already talked about it. Or that was on our. We had
it's so hard to know.
It is because we had 2 like pre-phone calls where we talked and worked out details, and it turned into just versions of the podcast. But we talked about so much stuff. Whatever. If we're repeating, who cares? Baja Blast is garbage.
It's refreshing garbage. It tastes like cleaner. I will own up to that. But it is a Mountain Dew with a hint. It's got notes of pineapple and lime. That's what makes the Baja.
Apparently, it's just blue Powerade and Mountain Dew mixed together.
Oh, I saw that business. Listen, they scammed you. They got you. It's not it.
Is it? They scammed me? That's a very...
It's not it.
I'm gonna just push you away from the camera because we don't need you. What?
Oh, dang it.
What do you? No, it doesn't. You can't just reach into the frame and
Wait, I was this way.
Well, you kind of licked me.
Have I ever licked your face?
No.
See, we had to think about it. I was like,
I mean,
I don't think I've licked anyone's face, but
I don't think so, because I'm trying to think too.
Yours.
My brain went to also like if we've ever like, you know, when friends like, oh, here's a little peck on the cheek or something like that. I don't think we've ever even done that. We're not a touchy friendship. Like some people are like, oh my God, let's like hug each other, blah, 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 blah. But that's not our friendship.
No.
I'm just trying to think if you licked me. I don't think you have.
I don't think I have either.
I have distinct memories of other people like licking my face for like weird, stupid theater reasons, but I don't think you were ever involved with that.
What a weird topic.
Yeah, that was another one. That was a prime streamer example of I've trained myself so much to fill just air that sometimes the words that come out of my mouth, my brain hears them half a second late and's like, well, this is going to be an interesting conversation. But we both have done experimental theater, so things are out the window, and being licked on the face is definitely not out of the question for experimental theater. Pre-Panini.
What's the weirdest thing you've done on stage? Oh, we don't have to go into it. That's
we can, because at this point it's just lore de CONCHO. I had to fully recreate a one-night stand, fully clothed, doggy style, with my family literally 2 steps away from my face. And I was the bottom.
I'm sorry for making you relive this.
It's fine. It's just such a weird memory.
Not where I thought my question was going. I thought it was going to be more like I had to dance with an orange or...
No, my freshman year of college, I did a show that showed the similar aspects between the emotions of sex and violence and where they can kind of come from the same place and explore that. And yeah, this was my first show ever. I had never done a movement piece because it was a movement piece with no spoken dialogue, anything like that. And yeah, you know, when you're like, oh my God, I'm now in theater. I'm having fun with this. Let's do it. Yeah, hell yeah. Put me in whatever. And then it was just like, yeah, you and this other person are going to perform a one-night stand. CONCHO, you're going to be the bottom. We're doing doggy style, fully clothed and whatnot like that. And like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then I invited my family to opening night because I was excited. This is my first show ever. Oh my God. And then the anxiety wave hit of, well, I did not tell them beforehand because I was like, how do you, hey, heads up. This is exactly what I do. Because I expected them, like, what are the chances? They're not going to sit on the same side of the stage that I'm going to do it. Nope. Literally front row, right in the way. I had to look up at Mama CONCHO's face as she watched this. Yeah.
I love her.
I love my mom too. She needs a break though.
I will take her to an airport Cinnabon.
The relationship with you two makes me so happy. For people who don't know, like I've known Devon for years, so him and my mom have like traveled to come visit me before and whatnot. They've gone to the airport together. They have wonderful like just adventures.
We take a lift together. She needed coffee and I needed a cinnamon roll. And so we found a cinnamon bun at the airport in Vegas. And did I just call it a cinnamon bun?
You did.
Cinnabon. Product placement.
The title of this episode is just going to be the product placement episode because you have killed it and we need sponsors. So please, someone sponsor us.
I'll get them. And just send me it. That's the thing with the sponsorship. I just want one. Just give me one.
That is my, I just want to be a sponsored like streamer, content creator. Because like then it just kind of feels like, you know, you should find validation for what you do in yourself, but there's all these little things of like, well, if this person sponsors me, it must mean I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe we can get a sponsorship, maybe some like chonies or something, or
I
don't know.
What would you name your own brand of chonies?
My
Would they be conchonies?
They could be cachonies.
That sounds ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Yeah, but like, oh, what are these? Oh, cachonies. Huh. Because that sounds fancy. It's like, oh, I'm wearing Versace. I'm wearing the new, like, whatever. I'm like, what are you wearing? Oh, I'm wearing cachonies. What else? I did think if I ever had a bread company, it could be CONCHO.
That's brilliant. It could also be cookies. Like cookie dough.
It could be. It could be
Can you just have a place that's bread and cookie dough?
You probably could, but I don't know if your business model is going to perform well. Like,
it's the yeast you could do.
Those
were little claps, weren't they?
It was trying, you know, like when there's a pressure valve and it's releasing. That's what apparently I do, because I need just tactile feedback, so that way I don't somehow jump through the screen and just punch you. I hate puns. I hate them. I hate them.
Did I just get a rise out of you?
I am going to... Oh, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. It's fine. I can mute you.
Have a lollipop. Get a lollipop.
No, I can't. I can't, because
Did you get rid of them?
No. For people wondering, I can... Hold on. Through the P.O. box, someone sent me this incredible, like, gas station display of lollipops that are incredible. But now I've run into the issue that it's so pretty up top, because you got extra ones down here in the tub. But
what? There's some in the barrel?
Well, that's where they all came from. But now we've reached the point of we're out of them in the barrel, and I don't want to make it not pretty.
Oh, so you can't eat them?
Yeah. Except I think Mia had one from the back. Like, she tried to hide it because there's one specifically in the back where you can't see it on camera. Oh, that was a loud
Mia
sniff.
Too.
Oh my
so
god.
Sneaky. Oh, I did one just like 1 minute before that. So call and response.
There was a moment in last episode where like you had one of those, it's one of those weird burps that don't come out of your mouth, but they come out of your throat.
Oh, shoot, you noticed?
I almost got rid of it, and then I was just like, nah, we're getting the raw, uncut version of both of us.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've learned. I don't know if you're the same way. I think you are, but both of us, and I think that's why our friendship works so well, we can't really be not us. Like, sure, you can be you're an actor, so you can like play characters, but I feel like our friendship works so well, it's because when we're around each other, we're truly just ourselves. And I've learned that like I can only be me. So I've come to terms with like, I'm just going to send out that photo raw. I'm going to be just, this is going to be a weird look into my life, whatever. But that was a random moment of little sappiness. So
that was nice. Something I think I failed to I know I failed to mention.
Okay.
This episode comes with a looming time bomb so I am in a new location from last time, and I will probably frequently be in a new location. Keep it mysterious. I'm like Carmen Sandiego. There is
Plug.
There's the very high chance that some yard work will start going on the outsides of this home. And in which case, the very large dog to my right will go off.
That's fair. That doesn't happen to us on Fridays. It happens at the start of the week and whatnot, but no, that's fair. We'll just see. It's like a fun game. Oh my god, this episode has everything. It has product placement plugs. It has a fun game of like when will the sound hit. It had sad little mopey emotional moments. It had some trauma. Like,
here's some sad emotion.
Okay.
I texted you this. I had planned out my outfit for today.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna wear this. I bought some online clothes. As we talked about, those shorts, I do have to hem them because they were way too long.
They were so for people, because we talked to each other. He showed me these photos. They were below your knees. Like, these were shorts that were that long. They were too long.
They were too long. But my dilemma of how I didn't like how the shorter shorts got, the tighter they got. Now that I've like put them to about like midway through my thighs so my thigh tats can show up, they're still like as loose as they were because of how big or baggy these shorts looked, and that was a total accident. So that has worked out well. But I had this very nice like pinkish tie. Well, not, it is pink, but it's got like I think it's that tie-dye effect if you put it on ice. Where it's like a very dark color, but then it's got the little like saturated like light bits of it. But it's a pink tie-dye shirt, and then in these like big light blue bubble letters it says, "I'm happy you're here." And I was gonna wear that.
That's nice.
And it's in my dryer on wrinkle release from last night.
I would hope that. Okay, I was gonna say, I hope your dryer isn't just consistently running.
We're gonna run up that electric bill. That's electric, right?
Yeah, that's part of your electric, your utilities. This is, see, and now we have an adult side of this podcast has everything.
You are in for it. We are ticking boxes.
I need new clothes. I need. Yeah. I had. This was last week, whatever. I can't remember at this point. You've seen it on my socials. I actually put full effort into my outfit. I was like, I am going to like live my dream and actually be stylish. It was the first time I went out. Like, you can look at the photos. I looked good. I wasn't happy because my clothes are old. It was the first time in my life where when we went out, because we went out to have drinks with a few people outside celebrating a launch of a show. It was the first time in my life I had people like fully come up to me and like, "Oh my God, look at you. Like, look at the boots, the earring." Like, I've never had that experience of people fully commenting on an outfit of mine, because like that, not in a negative way, but just whatever. I felt so good for the first time. So I need new clothes.
Can I design something for you? Because I have an idea.
The menacing moving much closer to the camera. I don't know if I trust you or that you actually have my best interest in heart.
You like jeans?
Yes.
You don't like jeans?
I do. Here is my issue. Issue. We talked about this, I think, last episode. I have a good butt. I have pretty big thighs. I have the genetic disposition that, like, big, and then my calves are, I've worked them out. They're not small, but like I have smaller like calves, and my body's built that way. So I have to get skinny jeans, because if I buy regular jeans, and I know that technically skinny jeans aren't in style or they're going out of style, whatever. Regular jeans on me look comedic anymore, because like they look great up top and then it's just too much on the bottom. But then skinny jeans hug my thighs so much, which I think, I mean, I don't know. It makes me feel kind of good about myself, because I'm like, look at, I'm like
a nice embrace.
Yeah, I'm so strong. Like, even my clothes can't like.
Jeans are my ideal sleeping attire, like for a nap.
Oh, okay. That's different. I was about to say, there is no way that you change into jeans at the end of the day to sleep.
Yeah, most people put on them pajama pants or them shorts. Not me.
So explain to me how you're not Keith from the Try Guys again, because you two are the same person. Because he says the same thing, that he prefers jeans.
He sleeps in jeans? Oh my gosh. Keith, let's take a communal nap in jeans. I wish community napping was more of a thing, like platonic napping. I just want to take naps with people because it's like bonding without having to talk.
I guess. I don't know. I don't take naps that much anyways, but
I love a nap. But to your dilemma, this design is not for pants. It's for up top.
Okay. I want to hear
Sleeve
more. Okay.
eyes.
Wait, what?
Sleeve eyes. Like Levi pants, but on your arms. So it'll be a shirt, just a regular cotton shirt, but the sleeves will be denim.
That is
Sleeve eyes.
disgusting.
No. You got 64-degree weather over there. You're not over here with this 100-degree weather in Phoenix. You can do sleeve eyes.
That is disgusting.
Why is that disgusting?
Prove me wrong how that would not be the most just uncomfortable experience. How your armpit wouldn't constantly be chafing because that's where it's going to be
Tell me more about
meat.
how you like the jeans hugging your thighs, but maybe not hugging your biceps?
That you want a regular cotton shirt and then jean material on your arms.
Yeah, like a light jean.
No. How would that even... No. What is a light jean?
Like it's lightweight. It's breathable.
What are you trying to accomplish though? What are you gaining by wearing denim on your arms?
Who else is doing it?
Okay, but see, that's too good of an argument because I feel like that's fashion in general, so screw you. Because I don't...
like a denim jacket. No, you made me buy a denim jacket.
I did not I did not make you. It was just part of...
He took my credit card from my wallet. We were at the place that I had worked at that's fashion for the whole family. And I wasn't working there at the time. So was I getting a discount? No. Oh, no.
No, the real story is we told Devon that he looks good in layers, which is true. Most people, like, depending, I think there's certain aspects. Most people look good in layers. Like, that's... We told you looked good in layers. I have a beard hair in my throat, and it, like...
Swallow it.
It won't. And we said you look good in layers. So then I was bombarded with photos of you in the changing room. Like, what about this? What about this? What about this? And you looked great in everything. I don't think there's any outfits you don't look good in.
Fun fact, that was not a changing room. That was the bathroom at my parents' place.
Oh.
The curtains are just very tall and long. So I had already purchased the items.
That was when we took your headshots. And you looked dope in those headshots.
We took my headshots before because y'all put me in layers.
That's true, because I had my clothes.
In my own clothes, and then I had to start putting on your clothes. So, like, the photographer was getting less and less clothing, and the photography...
Subject.
That's a word.
But going back, I'm trying to figure out my style. Also, apparently, like, jorts are coming back. But they're more of the like fitted shorts and whatnot. So I'm down for that. And then figuring out a top and whatnot. I kind of want to do more like tank toppy things and just like, I don't know. I want to explore style a bit more. Like I don't want to go
tie-dye tanks.
Tie-dye tanks?
Yeah, that's what I just bought because I saw yours, but yours was more of a sleeveless.
Oh, I turned it into a muscle shirt because I bought it too small. So I was like, I can't wear this. So I'm just going to cut the sleeves off because when here in the apartment, I'll wear just those kind of shirts because no one else is around.
That's what I did with my Kesha shirt. I had bought a shirt at a Kesha concert and it didn't fit me. And then I made it into a crop top and I got rid of the sleeves and now it fits great.
Do you legit wear crop tops? Because I think that is kind of like people are trying to be like reclaim crop tops. I don't know if I could ever wear a crop top.
I wore one to a 5K and I started out pretty confident and feeling good about my choice. And it was even like, I called it the Pride K because it was a Pride 5K. And I showed up and like no one else was wearing a crop top. And I was like, oh no, I don't have the confidence for this. So I went back to my car and I changed. And then when I came back, someone was wearing a crop top and I was like, where were you 7 minutes ago?
That's when you just like ask someone for scissors and just make your own. Where is the perfect crop top? Where does that sit? Because I've seen Above the nips? I was gonna say I've seen some where now it's above the nips and then like it kind of goes down
sweater.
and it goes to the arms. There's some that go right below the nips, and then some people do kind of like right at the top of the belly.
I did this much above my belly button.
Okay, that's a classy crop top. I'd vibe with that. You don't wear tank tops, do you?
I have started to sometimes.
I feel like I've never just seen your arms.
They need some sunlight.
Now the tattoos though, those aren't on your arms, right? That's just on your forearms. You don't have any up there yet? On your
I have on
Oh,
this
you
side,
do.
I have one.
That's where I kind of want to get my little Nessie tattoo, potentially, like up here or on my forearm. And for people who don't know Nessie, that's Nessie. But like a stenciled, kind of like the Triceratops, how they have like the outline. I kind of want to do that.
Were you trying to say Try Guys?
No, that's their logo, the Triceratops.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Try Guys Triceratops.
Trying not to say their name?
No, that's what I was talking about, and the Triceratops.
Yes.
I also want my septum pierced.
Yeah, I saw you were thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
I have taken out a lot of I still have the one inside my ear, but I took out my industrial, I took out my nose stud. I kind of want to get the nose loop.
That is either the septum or the loop, but I also get acne on my nose so much that I'm concerned that if I get the loop, it'll like having to clean around that'll be a nightmare. At least if I get the septum, it's down here out of the way. I also want to get my helix pierced, but
nice.
Guess who wears headphones for a living? So I don't know, like I could like do like this and whatnot, but that's not cute.
That was with the industrial. I was having to wear this headset for work, and it was just constantly
pain.
Also, the time I got my sternum, the dermal seatbelts. You gotta wear a seatbelt. And every time I was like, let's fasten this. Every time. Every time. Also, when I got my hip tattooed, and I was like laying down, and like they tattooed it, and I was like, wonderful. And then I left, and anytime you have to sit down, all that was healing. It was like, let my body just crunch over this.
That's why you got to worry about the nipple lasers. That's how you keep proper posture.
I always have nipple lasers. Like they're out.
I love that you moved your camera specifically to show us the nipple lasers.
What you want to say that word again?
Nipple. That's what it's called now, because on the stream on Twitch, I have a channel point redemption to like posture check, but we changed it to nipple lasers. But apparently you can't type nipples on Twitch. So we changed it to nipple. So that's what it's forever now. Nipple, robit. That one I just enjoy the sound of that word. Robit.
Yes. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word? Like in general or in a specific situation?
Give me a situation.
Well, like, are we talking about just a word in the universe that's like, oh, this is just a word? Or like if I'm doing something specific? Like
in the universe.
Like
if you had to get a word tattooed on your body because it was your favorite word.
Ooh. A word. Oh God.
Is it dongle?
Habba the baba. Because it's fun to say. I say it a lot. And it just looks funny.
Is that little dog with the tennis ball in his mouth flying a plane?
Yeah, that is where it's from, where the hababa da ba. But now if I just screw up any kind of time I'm talking, it's just habba da ba da ba. And I think that'd be funny because it could look cool, and then people would be like, oh my God, what's that tattoo? And you show them, and it's just like, what is habba da ba da ba? And then they laugh. So.
How quaint.
That never comes across as just.
I think that's my favorite word. I think
quaint?
That's the word that I would put on myself. Quaint.
It so fits your vibe too. Like, yeah, like, does that just say quaint? And it's like, yeah, it does. And like, oh, cool. Yep, thanks.
How quaint is that?
I feel like we need one more prove me wrong to send it home.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many we've had this
Lightning.
episode.
Probably none.
We've had a couple. We talked about the soda. You turned into somebody else really quick for that. We're just, let's fight. Let's go.
Oh, I am seated at a very long counter, so my wingspan is out. Palms are on this counter. You're like a ram, and I'm like a bird. You got your little horns.
I do. I love my little horns. I was very worried to wear them for the first time, and then now I just love them.
They're very nice. I like them.
I don't know if it's a prove me wrong, but what is because now I just have a question. Like, what is something that there you go. Got there. What is something that you like for right now? These horns, anytime I get on camera, give me confidence. I don't know why. What is something that you own that like I don't know for you because you're not living on camera all the time. But like what's something that you have that you put it on, you're like, this gives me confidence.
I want a better one than this. I have
I stumped you.
No, I just want a better answer. I am someone who does not wear hats because I look full camp counselor if I'm wearing a forward hat. And my brother, I take clothes or things from my brother all the time. Like, oh, these sunglasses are nice. I am that younger brother. And he had this hat. It was like a snapback, and it was just like a black hat, but the front bill of it had this like blue fabric, almost like this color. And it was really cool. And he was like, take it. I have 2 more of it. And I was like, gonna take it anyway. And so if I wear that backwards, I feel like a bro. But it like my hair used to be a thing that I would obsess over, like when I had my long curly hair, and like I would always like freak out if it was windy or like if it wasn't sitting right. And I feel like even now, sometimes like my hair will have volume, or sometimes it'll fall or start curling. So like the hat gets rid of the whole like hair thing. And I guess that's a confidence booster. Because some days are good hair days, and then I feel great. Other days are not good hair days, and then I don't feel great.
Yeah.
So that hat.
Sound effect.
Yes. But other than that, a thing that I own that gives me confidence. I mean, a tie-dye shirt does it because it just like puts me at like a 9, like amps me up. We had graduation at my college the other day. And like we all have our personas. Like I am a certain person like when I am at work. And then when I'm outside of work, I like to think I'm a little more like extroverted and weird and out there, and I like rein it in at work. But we had 2 graduation ceremonies and I mean, we were working, but like we didn't have to be in our cubicles. I finally got to be out of my cubicle, and they gave me pom-poms on sticks, and I went to like a 13 on like that scale of 10. Not that I was like screaming and like, I mean, I was at certain points, but I literally, anytime I had to go somewhere, I was like, and then I like walk with purpose or like run somewhere, or I was just like shaking them constantly. I had a blast that entire day. Like my mood was at a 13 out of 10 all day. So that was very much needed. But I guess pom-poms give me confidence.
Okay.
Let me let out my inner weird that is usually out.
Yeah, but better to be weird. He says.
So yeah, a lot of coworkers saw a very different side of me, and I was like, this is me outside of work. Get me out of this cube.
This is the real me.
Yeah. So that was very nice. And so like all the staff, we wore these, like we got these baseball tees that had these like bright yellow sleeves that everyone was very upset over. And I was like, I love these yellow sleeves because I love brown and yellow. And it like popped so much. And we made this giant line outside of the graduation venue. So when it was over and everyone walked out, we would be like screaming and cheering and they could walk through our tunnel. And that I was up with those pom-poms and screaming and cheering and like waving those. And some people would wait till it was only graduates. I didn't care if it was a graduate, a faculty member, a friend, a family member, anyone walking down that little walkway of us, they were getting cheered on for the rest of their day. So that was a lot of fun. I got a very
As
good
another
workout.
plane flies by. That's how you know we're day recording.
We got to land it. That's a throwback.
It was a
I'm the
throwback.
pilot.
That's
You're
a
the calm
pro.
one.
That's a pro comedian right there, y'all. You bring
Well, I'll
back.
bring it a third time.
Well, no, that brings up the final prove me wrong for this episode. For people, I mean, I think it's more so in sports, but it happens everywhere. Prove me wrong that walking through a tunnel of people with the arms up is not the worst experience to start an event. Because
don't do this. I literally just did this for people at graduation. I mean, I didn't make them go under a tunnel.
Some people
but they
can
went
love
through it.
Some people, for me, it was always the worst because then you have to awkwardly kind of crouch. You have a bunch of people like looking at you. And then you're like, oh my God, is this over? Is this over? This isn't getting me hyped. This is just making me anxious for what I have to do. And then you could like even like full bore, like we're doing it. And then you have to kind of slow down a bit just to be careful. God forbid you trip and then you take out people and it becomes a domino effect of just debauchery. And then
this is a sore subject for me because I didn't get to do this.
You've never done it?
No, I didn't play sports like football and soccer and baseball or whatever where you'd run under a tunnel. I would go to my brother's games growing up, and I would go under the bleachers and put ants in a bottle, and then I would emerge for like the halftime snack because I was like, I too would like an orange slice and a bag of gummies and a fruit juice box. Fruit juice. What other kind of juice is there? I would just show up for the snack part, and I wanted to run through the tunnel, and I never got to run through the tunnel because they want you to run around first, and I wasn't about to chase a ball back and forth. It'll make me work to run through a tunnel.
So I'm going to say that we're in agreement that it is the worst.
No, it's the thing I wanted. It's the best.
Okay.
So we are not in agreement. Because look, also, why are people making you do the tunnel before the game?
Because that's how you're like, ooh, let's go team. Like, introducing, blah, 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 and you were supposed to run through.
Oh, I never got introduced. From under the bleachers, putting ants in the bottle.
You got any orange snacks?
I found a toad once. Toad. There was a D at the end of that, not a toe. That would have been way worse. What if I found a toe under those bleachers? What should I have done if I did? Do I give it to someone? Do I tell anyone? Do I bury it again? Is that a police matter? I think ants would eat it.
Well, on that totally normal way to end this podcast. Wow.
I know who I'd call. Mystery Inc. Sorry, I mean, I guess not everyone's on the visual side of things because there's a mystery afoot. They totally solved that case.
Well, this episode of Prove Me Wrong had everything from puns to ants in a bottle to talk of chonies.
Product placement.
So much product placement. This is totally, I'm going to probably title this episode the product placement episode because we did a lot for companies that don't know we exist. But maybe they will after this.
Maybe they will.
But Are you trying this again? Is this how we're ending every episode? Is the awkward not high five?
I'm asking for a sound cue.
I'm not hitting it because they don't pay us.
Still gonna go get their pizza.
To everybody watching, I am Contra Dreamer. You can find me under that hashtag or whatever on all social medias. Where can they find you, Devon?
I am on the IG as that_damn_lumberjack, and damn is DAM, like my initials. Maybe my TikTok is also that damn lumberjack.
No, you're Curly Skewer.
What a fun story that name is, because there's also reason behind it, because there's reason behind everything I name.
Well, next time we'll probably maybe talk about it. I don't know. But everybody, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on the video. Devon, what do you want people to comment on for this one?
Tell me your favorite Scooby-Doo character.
Oh, that's a good one. Bringing it back for the product placement episode and kind of cosplay, because we inadvertently matched and we look good doing it. But with that, bye y'all. We have to come up with like a way to get out or end the podcast eventually. I don't know what that
I love
would...
you. Bye.
Bye.
I think that already exists, but
that's what it is now.